Uber, the global ride disruptor, has been using AI for quite some time now in its vendor bill payment process. Uber is at the forefront of adopting AI. It has quite a sophisticated AI team. Generally, vendors send their invoices via email. Uber receives hundreds of thousands of invoices from a large number of vendors across the globe each year. In the older legacy process, a large accounting team was required to input vendor invoices. This manual process resulted in a significant number of errors. Sometimes an item would be forgotten, at other times the amount might be entered incorrectly, and so on. All this would lead to stress in the process. Additionally, manual processes are generally very expensive. The new process uses OCR to extract text from invoices. If the bills are in physical form, they need to be scanned for digitization. OCR technology has been viable for business use for several decades. OCR extracts data from both PDF and image files. There are many production-grade software solutions available for extracting data from digital files. Uber has publicly stated that it uses TextSense as a part of its vendor payment process. Once the data is extracted, it is stored in a database. Typically, the organization's ERP system is used for payment processing, and hence it requires that vendor invoices be fed into such systems. Uber receives invoices in 25 different languages from around the world, some even handwritten. It also uses RPA, robotic process automation bots, to feed the extracted data from vendor invoices. These bots typically mimic human action when inputting the data. Some vendors directly upload their invoices into companies' self-service system. A typical invoice contains around 20 to 25 attributes such as vendor name, purchase order code, amount, tax, and so on. When OCR extracts data from invoices, it is not always accurate. In fact, it is rarely perfect. Sometimes the data is misaligned, other times disordered, and in many cases several fields may be missing. Determining which amount refers to what can also be a matter of guesswork. This is precisely where
Perhaps
AI
faster.
steps into
Combined
help.
with AI has proved to be a winning combination. Analyzing broader contextual and linguistic patterns, AI is able to correct some mistakes that may slip through the cracks from
Uber has trained its AI model for vendor payment using historical data. In a published paper, Uber claimed that it fine-tuned a large language model like ChatGPT for its vendor payment process. Most LLMs, such as ChatGPT and Gemini, allow fine-tuning for specific use. Earlier prediction models like neural networks or random forest models were also effective. LLMs like ChatGPT are comparatively quicker to train and deploy. However, in large-scale production settings, it is often good practice to test the ROI of different alternatives. Results have been impressive. According to the Uber AI team, adopting AI has led to about a 30% cost saving, no small feat for large organizations. This could translate to tens of millions of USD, even exceeding 100 million for a Fortune 500. The overall accuracy of entering the correct data into the system has reached 90%, a significant improvement over the manual process. Another major gain is the reduction in processing time. Invoice processing now takes 65 to 70% less time,
He's been working with Uber the past number of years.
So we are some of the best practices which we have learned with Uber as driving our generative AI models. Has been really interesting. We have been